I just fell in love and quit my job. That devil is sent to kill, steal, and destroy. Okay. Hey y'all. I'm anxious to get this video started because I actually watched this video on yesterday and I was like, I really wanted to share, like really wanted to share. I'm a big Maya Galore fan, and I want to start this video off by saying that, girl, I love you. I am definitely a supporter and a watcher of your channel, and you have inspired me on several different levels. As far as fashion, makeup, I did a makeup with Maya Galore once, and it did good for a small YouTube channel. I loved your capsule wardrobe. I love like you getting your house ready, your style and stuff is what I'm a big fan of. And later, whenever we start to change things around, your channel is definitely one that I'm going to for more inspo. So yeah, I think of you as my restoration hardware girl. But anyway, I watched your video, your Let's Clear the Air video, and I can honestly say that I felt for you. Like I've never done like a reaction video, but I was quite compelled to come on and just talk about it. I feel like your journey and what you were going through is so similar to mine. You got married December, I got married November. I know that it was a quick marriage, a quick courtship. I got married 1 year to the day that we met. I'm not sure how your story went. I recently moved to a new city. I know that you had recently moved to Atlanta. I'm in a new house. I know you bought a new house. I have a new family. I know that your stepsons currently reside out of the country, I think you mentioned, with their mom. And my husband has joint custody of his 2 kids. I know you have 2 stepsons, and I saw the video of you making their room and their arrival very special for them, and I thought that was so sweet. I really saw you trying to make them comfortable, and that was so kind of you. I've been doing like a stepmom tips, blended family tips, and it does, but it's really for me, because I'm stuttering over my words, but like I have been in a position of being a step parent before many years ago, but it's not the same. And I'm learning now something different that I didn't have to experience before. These things are different. I'm older now. I'm in a different position. This is different people. It's just different. So I'm trying to find my whatever, my place, my bearings. I'm trying, and I noticed a lot with your videos that you were doing things out of your normal, and so am I. And I did draw on your new wife, new vlogs for that reason. I was drawn to it because, and that's kind of what made me want to start a channel. So now let's just jump right into it. I am watching the Maya Galore
I just wanted to
video.
sit down with you guys to let you know verbally that I am in the process of getting a divorce. My ex and I are no longer together, and that is why you do not see a ring. Divorce is not an amazing thing. What I wanted you guys to understand is, number one, last week I did not say it verbally because of timing. There are children involved. This is a family. This is a hard time. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be open and honest and transparent with you guys. You guys have been on this journey with me. You have watched me, prayed for me, rooted for me, and even said, been against whatever's going on. So I wanted to be transparent without having to say it.
I know no one wants to have to come on and break the news about their personal, private life. Like, I know nobody wants to come to YouTube and make a video about something so personal that's going on with your life, but this is kind of like what we signed up for with lifestyle videos. That's the scary part for me, because I keep asking my husband, like, right now we safe, I feel, because we don't even have 200 subscribers yet, but one day with consistency I feel that we will. And we'll look back at these videos and be like, I can't believe we did that. But right now I'm so scared of exposing too much too soon. Like, we smack brand new in this, and I don't need anybody's opinion about like my marriage or what I'm doing. Like, only he and I can figure this out. It's even hard with my adult children and having a new marriage, even though only my 17-year-old still lives at home with me. But my other kids, they don't live with me, but they still feel the difference in mama's not as available as she used to be, or mama has a new life and we're not her top priority. So every single person in your life is going to be affected by a new life choice that you make, whether it's a job that you take trying to promote out of town, or just a job that requires more of your attention than your last job. Anything new, any new changes that you make in your life, your family is gonna feel it. Those closest to you are gonna feel slighted because you can't do what you used to do for them. And for me, with the experience of, I am in a new city. I just moved to be here with my husband. I am in a new job. I am a new creator, content creator. I'm a 3-year grandmother. My daughter's about to get married. She has her own set of ideas for her mother. My 23-year-old, she has her own set of ideas in her relationship with me. And then there's my son, who needs me in a different way as well. And to everybody, every relationship that I have with each individual person looks different. And I am the person that all these people, I'm one person, but all these 3 people, which are my kids, have expectations of. And to add to that, I am a new wife that have expectations on me, or whatever my relationship is with my husband. I am a new stepmom. I have 2 young stepchildren, which my husband handles the brunt of that, which hands down, he's the best father that I have ever seen. He's very hands-on. He's the type of father that I wished that my kids had. And that is partially the reason that, like, I wanted to be with him, because I saw what type of person that he was, and because that stands for so much other than, like, because some men in positions where they have to, so you see in them being great, but shit, they ain't got no choice. Well, not saying that my husband has a choice, but the way he is with them, and the soft side that he shows, the firm side that he shows me. Like, just his gentleness with me, because I know how I can be. So I know what I bring to the table with myself. But anyway, getting back to the video, I can relate to so much newness in my life, and how I look around in my life and nothing looks familiar, nothing feels familiar, nothing is the same. And it's scary. It's overwhelming. It's what do I do? How do I do it like I used to do it? It's so much resistance to change. For me, the biggest resistance to change is just wanting something that's familiar, like something that I was used to doing, my old life, my old route to work, my old job, my old sense of security. Now I have a new sense of security. And my husband keeps reminding me that I keep thinking in a single woman's mindset. And I know, because for so long, I've only had me to depend on. I didn't have anybody else that I could call to depend on. It's hard, like, switching from that mindset to, like, now it's somebody that I can depend on. Yay! When you so used to just making whatever decisions for yourself. Like, if you want to wear this two-piece that I'm wearing outside to the Walmart. Now I gotta remember, girl, you married. How I would have ran to Walmart single is different now. I would definitely put on a jacket or a big shirt or something. Like, it's different. I'm also representing my husband when I step outside. So
for transparency's sake. With that being said, I also just want to focus on myself. This is my platform. It always has been. It's always just been about me and how things affect me, the lessons I learned, what God takes me through.
Right.
And that is something that is going to continue. So that's
Right.
another reason why
As it
if you watched
should.
last week's video, it was very geared towards this is how I'm feeling, this is how I'm
Maya, I love you.
You know, this is what I feel is happening for me in this season. I also wanted to say that showing my happiness and me feeling at peace and all of those things is not a badge of honor to me.
Yeah.
What you were looking at, and what I'll say is exactly what I said last week. What you're looking at is me not being true to myself for a long time and then finally doing that.
And you
that's
know,
the peace and happiness that you're seeing. Not
when
that
you
I'm
could be
celebrating and he did this or he did that.
true
That
to
was
yourself.
that is not the case. I'm not going deep into this at all. Because you guys know I've always moved with.
When you say true to yourself, is that like going back to what you used to do before being married? I guess in some ways that could be considered like a truth to yourself. And I feel like I hear her say that she misses a lot of her old life. And like she needed a break, and like maybe just to catch her bearings. Totally can relate. She cried a lot on the logging off video as well, and she said that she values her impact that her videos have on other women. Wow. And the like how just the way that her videos touches other women, like she values being able to be that person. So with that said, that says a lot about her as an influencer, that she really appreciates her viewers as well. So and that like her subbies are very important, and she needs a break. So she's been doing YouTube for 5 years. That's a long time to be documenting your life, but that's a long time to be doing it your way. And the response that she's getting from the people that she now has opened her new life to. So let me hear, let's play what else she has.
I do not drop names. I do not go too deep into things that don't need to be gone into. I try to protect myself, my daughter, my family, and for that reason, we will not be going into detail about what happened, because this is, you know, this is a hard thing. There's currently no bad blood. This decision has been made, and I wish my ex all of the best, and I know that he wishes the same.
I feel like it's hard to say like it's no bad blood, because when I done switched up everything, allowed you in, and either way, vice versa, for him too. Like, it's bad blood. Not that I'm mad and want to like cut your tires. But I mean, it's like, I did this publicly. This is not something she did that nobody saw, because that could be easily out of sight, out of mind, erased, but you put your life on display. So that can create a lot of resentment, and also a lot of naysayers, like, you prove these people right, or whatever it is I can't get past is proving the naysayers right. I don't know how I would feel at her level, but I think maybe sometimes you gotta not even look at the comments. I don't know. But to say that she's been doing this for 5 years, she loves it. She loves it. But to come back after taking a month break to YouTube and reveal that you're going through a divorce, oh, my heart just broke for you, broke for Maya Galore. Like, I hated for that to be the final result. I wish that she was saying something like, y'all, that devil got busy over here. But like, in her true fashion, it's fine, because I beat that devil's ass. I wish that she was coming back telling us something like that. Like, but it kind of seems like, I hate to say this, Maya, but it almost feels like, dang, I chose YouTube, or revealing my life in a certain way, maybe, or I chose what I had previously because I need to be true to myself, right? What is being true to yourself? Doing the things that you was doing for yourself, by yourself, before you included another person in your life. And I know the desire to want to be a wife. I know the desire of coming into a new situation with your old battle wounds. Been there, done that. Still dealing with it.
That is out in the open. I just really wanted to have a transparent moment with you guys to really just put it out there. Like I said last video, I'm excited for this new chapter. I am at peace. I'm happy right now. I am excited. And those of you who have been concerned about me, like, oh, we don't really know if she's really good. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, I'm good. And I believe that this is the best decision for both of us. And with you guys seeing that happiness,
it's the best decision for both of y'all.
Okay, I am not healed, and that's the reason why I'm dropping my platform.
Of course, there's no way you could be healed so soon.
We do have a new YouTube membership on our channel.
The babes reinvented.
The reason that we are dropping this at this time is because I am not healed, and I am in the process.
So I am not healed, and come pay to watch me
but I also wanted to
get better, get back to where I used to be.
Are really serious about their journey of becoming better, so that we can help each other.
I love healing together and being serious about the journey. I love that, because we can all help each other.
And actively have my own personal issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That has contributed to this situation.
That's accountability, Maya, saying that she acknowledges her own issues. I love it.
I've done and what is wrong with me. Hang-ups that from things that I've been through that has acted as a barrier for me to get.
She said hang-ups from things that she has been through that has acted as a barrier for her. Lord Jesus. I hate to say that part is so familiar for me too, because y'all, we could be so used to a way of life, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. That's your normal. And then when you come into something else that's not their normal, or their normal is not your normal, and you try to make your normal fit, and it just doesn't feel like it fits, but that's the resistance. That's when you resisting this don't really fit, instead of like submerging yourself and submitting yourself. You know what? I'm going to completely give myself to this situation and like completely let everything go. And I feel like for me right now, everything's falling by the wayside. My husband's saying a lot of things with me, and it's feeling like I could be depressed and I could be going through a depression, especially with the loss of my brother. Like, whose brother dies 3 days before their wedding? Like that shook me. It shakes me still. And I know I'm not the person that he married. I'm trying to still be her, but like that, I don't know about a whole lot these days. I don't know. So I just keep trying to show up and be present, but a lot of things that once mattered, I can't give priority to those things because I'm trying to figure out how to live a new life, my new normal of going back home to where I'm from and my brother not being there. My new normal of not being able to pick up the phone and call him and how whatever. Just my relationship of just wanting to be engulfed in my marriage, because my marriage is my safe place. For me, it's my happy place, and I'm just trying to soak it up, especially like I try to let him have his time and be with his kids the way, you know, they need him or whatever it is that they require. Give him space to do that. And that's supposed to be the space that I also provide for my older kids, but no one can understand why mama's not available 100% of the time, all the time. Like I'm trying to find a happy medium with that.
I want to have that conversation with you guys as I try to pull myself up as well. By no means do I feel like, oh, it's been 6 weeks, we're not together anymore and I'm happy and I'm healed. No, that is not what's going on. Baby, please do not. That is not what's going on. Like I said, what you're looking at is happiness and peace from a lot of different aspects of just feeling freer. Also,
maybe it's a happiness and peace and free from expectation, another expectation for you to be whatever for them. So since she's talking about comments that subscribers are making.
Just know, sis, that I get it. We're moving on. Please allow me my personal space to go through this personal time in my life as we continue to go with the good vibes and the positive vibes.
The good vibes, the positive vibes are the vibes that she feel like she was given prior to being married, it seems like. Get out the comments, girl. Help us.
I just wanted you guys to have a verbal acknowledgement from me.
And we appreciate that because we here for the real.
Tearing anyone down, of saying anything about anyone and talking about my business.
Right. You don't have to say anything about anybody else. I mean,
that's not my vibe.
You could just
not the vibes we want on this channel.
Talk about you.
Having some negative vibes, me kind of not being myself, kind of not having, you know, the Galore vibe that I feel like most of you guys signed up for. I'm not trying to prolong it. We trying to go back to the vibes and the
go back
and the lighthearted. You know,
but when you go back, and I get that was probably more lighthearted, but it was heavy-hearted too, because you had a desire to be in a certain place that you wasn't, that your career couldn't fulfill, which is being married, and you knew you were getting to a certain age, and you may have wanted to give your child another sibling. And for some people, being a wife is equals for them, I'm good enough. Somebody said that I am worthy enough to hold the title of being their wife, and it fulfills them. Now, I, on the other hand, I don't know if I relate to that. My husband was very intentional about us being married, and I knew what was right and what was wrong, but I also was like shit, ain't no pressure. we could kick it. Let's get to know each other. Let's have some fun. Let's, do this. Let's do that. But yeah. So listening to her say
This talk is already getting longer than I wanted to be.
yeah, she definitely didn't want to just carry on about this.
I love you guys. And
We love you too, Maya. That's why my heart
all right,
is so
so
full.
now that we're done with that.
My heart is so full and so heavy, and it impacted me so much. But like, she's already calling him her ex, and that's big. Like, this was just, wow, that's big. A month ago, I don't know. Like, my husband is a Scorpio. I'm a Capricorn. The compatibility is wild, but I do know that if we were not to make it, it's definitely something that impacted us from the outside. It's outside influences. It's something to do with, like, maybe either his kids or my kids. Us, we good. If it was just us and only had us to worry about, it would be like la 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 la. But I mean, we had a life before we met one another, and now that life is coming into our joint newly created union, which can be overwhelming, and that overwhelm is enough to make somebody say, I don't want to do this. I thought this is what I wanted, but it felt good at the time, but being real with myself, this is more than I bargained for. But myself knows that, yeah, with all this is a lot. My situation ain't just the easiest just because I have older kids. They come with their stuff, and a teenage son in the house that wants to do what he wants to do, or maybe not follow the rules, or not follow curfew, or not, cleaning up, just not doing the things that he should be doing as a contributing member of this household, will cause strain on my marriage. Vice versa, him having young kids and us being maybe limited in certain areas is a whole different thing for me, because me having older kids affords me to be able to, let's do whatever. So those things are huge factors and huge players for a new marriage. It takes a toll. So she believes that this is the best decision for herself, and it's gonna, I guess, create the babes reinvented from this, and like hang-ups from things that she's been through and her barriers, and just owning the part that she played, which could be holding on to past stuff or past the ways of how you think it's supposed to go. I watched one video she did, and she was and the kids were there, but she was cleaning up her house, and I think her husband was in the background helping. And y'all, that scene reminded me of like my reality, because once, as a single person and one child living with you, which I had my one son living with me at the time, we are accustomed to things being a certain way. We didn't have to do a lot of heavy cleaning because we just pick up behind ourselves, and that was that. So now when you add 3 more people to it, which she also did and I also did, you got shit everywhere, and just cleaning up, like, this is my stuff. I can't even imagine having a white couch, and that's what I want so bad. But I know right now, to save myself a lot of grief and belly aches and aggravation, why get a white couch right now when you know that you have small kids that touch things, or you know, could leave sticky fingerprints, or just, it's just not conducive to where you are right now. But where I thought I was before I met him, my lifestyle could accommodate something like that. But more than I want a white couch, I want my husband. And everything that comes with him is not necessarily something that I'm used to, but I'm getting used to it. I'm so far removed from like the raising kids part, because when I was raising, when my kids were younger, I couldn't wait for the days that they were older so I could do this, and that. And I thought that I had my life planned out, and then God had a different plan for me. And the flesh is weak. We want what we want. God, I know God put this husband in my life for a reason. And I kept saying too in the beginning, like, I don't know my position here. What's the reason that God would put me in this situation, with knowing that I was ready for a hot girl summer. I'm ready to take trips, travel, and do this and that. And a lot of that I can't do. And but more than I want to do that, do I want to do that alone? Do I want to do that even if I can meet somebody else? Do I want to be with somebody else other than my husband? Yo, the way I feel about this man, the way I love this man, I have never been loved like this. I have never been treated with this much respect, this much kindness, this gentle. And with him being as gentle as he is, he don't play with your girl. Don't get it twisted now. And I love that, because I need that. I need someone as strong as he is. And like, I cannot imagine my life I don't want to imagine my life without him. Like, I love him so much. And this is my first like grown up real type of, I pause because like I had a relationship before my husband that lasted about 4 years, and I know that I did not love that person like I love my husband. And I hesitate because I was like, dang, I really thought I was in love. But after that, I feel like I care. I was more in care of, completely in care of, but the love was not reciprocated, like, and not to this extent. So this is a grown love that I'm in, and I am overjoyed about it. I can't wait to wake up to experience another day of love with this man. So yes, I have a lot of things that I need to do to get together so I can love everybody in our dynamic the way that I'm loving our personal singular dynamic. So I am taking the steps to do whatever I have to do to make my heart expand, to find room for other people, my relationships with my children, and my granddaughter. Like, I know my kids feel like I just want to be in my love bubble with my husband and don't want to be bothered. But even that comes with a whole different set of thoughts and feelings and emotions, and that's not true. I just feel like sometimes I know that I'm going through a lot, and like one more thing just might break my, like, you know. So when I'm trying, and I just need a little grace right now. That's all I'm asking for, because I am the person that everybody always comes to and leans on for support. But right now I need some support. And I never would have said this a year ago. Like, I'm struggling mentally, emotionally. I feel like every day, like I'm crying on the inside. I feel like I'm constantly crying. And when it comes to thoughts of my brother, like I'm constantly crying. I on the inside, like, so I'm struggling to find my joy. And finding my joy is doing the things that I want to do and that I find joy in. And definitely seeing Paris, being with Paris is another thing that brings me a lot of joy. Although that situation is, it can be difficult with certain behaviors and certain, sometimes when, you know, little kids expect, like, a lot of you, and then sometimes when you want them to be more independent so you can do things around the house, you're not quite able to do that. And right now she's so little, I have to have her in the bed with me, which is kind of difficult because that's not how I prefer to sleep. But and that's something that me and my husband don't do with his kids. So this is a battle, and nobody understands it because they don't live in my house. And just because that's the way that they choose to raise their kids, it don't work well for me. I don't do well with that part. So that becomes a struggle. It just is, it's gonna take some time and we gonna get there. So, and that message is for my children. I don't know when they gonna watch this or if they gonna watch it, but they need to know that, like, ain't nothing but love over here. And life is just lifing for everybody right now. We got to be able to discern when the devil is getting busy. That devil is sent to kill, steal, and destroy. And I refuse to let the devil have my relationship because I know I deserve this. So whoever can't understand, they'll eventually get with it. They'll fall in. They'll fall in. But also, I ain't making the type of money that she making on YouTube. And I don't know, I ain't making no money on YouTube. Let's be clear. But she is. So I don't know if when you're used to vlogging a certain way, certain things you might not want to say out of respect for you have a husband here. So that's one good thing about like my YouTube journey. My husband and I are doing this together. So it's not like I had a platform and now I can't be true to how I used to be with my platform because I'm a new wife. So I have to monitor what I say, what I do, and how I show myself to the world. So even though I do have to do that to some extent, but I'm doing it as a joint, as a couple already. So we present ourselves as a couple together. So how that works out, we don't know. We got to see how it plays out. So I hope that y'all would join us for the ride and watch and see how it plays out. So I always forget to do an opening, and I'm like way into this video by now, but I just want to say, like, y'all, welcome to the Cutting Up with the Buoys. And hey boo, if you new here, or if you true here, like, you know what to do. We hope that you like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that you find value in something that I say or that we do here. We gonna show y'all the good, the bad, the indifferent. We gonna show y'all, like, us falling more in love or whatever we falling into that day of with one another. We court each other intentionally. We love our date nights. We can't wait for our date nights. We would like to do date night every night, but that's just where we are in our relationship right now. We're in love. We're newlyweds. We're trying to figure this out with other people involved. But the most important part of our relationship is definitely us. And that's a selfish thing, and it's hard to admit. It's not an easy thing to admit, but in a new marriage, you damn near gotta be selfish. Like, nobody else is gonna understand it, but it is what it is. Either, Like this is my relationship for me. Like you, even if it's your adult kids or whatever, they gonna have their own relationships. And one thing about it, your kids will leave you. Your kids will grow up and they will be gone. And you will be home alone, looking and FaceTiming and living life vicariously through them. That's not the mother that I choose to be. When mine show me that this is where they are, I have to accept it. I have to accept their decisions. I'm no longer, I'm always their mother, but I'm more of a guidance counselor. I'm not, get to your room, clean, do this, clean your room, or, like I'm not that type of mothering anymore. I have adult children. So mama gotta have a life too. Y'all, I don't want to tarry too long, but I do want to say this from the bottom of my heart. Maya, we love you and we are rooting for you. And I wish, and I know that if this marriage is for you, then God will make sure, or whatever. I know that your fate is already sealed. It is already written. So you just follow his steps. And just keep praying that God orders your steps, and what y'all need to do will be revealed. But I know that y'all didn't come together and do this thing for nothing. So with that said, I am aware, and ladies, getting married will definitely show your flaws and test you. So take that with you, because you always take you with you everywhere you go. So in your next relationship, it's gonna be the same. Let's fight for the current relationship, because I ain't even for introducing my kids or my people to nobody else. I don't even want to get to know nobody else. I don't want to know your kids, your mama, your auntie, I don't want to do none of that. Like, I'm good. That dating water dirty. It's dirty. It ain't for the faint at heart. That's why I knew that the way I met my husband, if it wasn't like that, I probably wouldn't have met anybody. I probably would have just kept doing what I was doing, because I only need so much. I don't require a whole lot. But just that test, you cannot have a testament without a test. That is where your testament comes from. Whether it's pass or fail, you cannot have a testament without a test. And I know I am in my testing phase. I have blinked and looked around, and I am in everywhere different than I have been for the last part of my life. I am in a different city, a different job, a job that I had been on for damn near 9 years. I am no longer there. Like Beyonce say, I just fell in love and quit my job. I just fell in love and quit my job. If that ain't sacrifice, I don't know what is. I have sacrificed a lot for this relationship, and so has my husband. And I appreciate every single thing that he has sacrificed and done for us. But it has been a lot on my end, and it is very overwhelming, and it's very scary. And sometimes the reward does not feel as great as the sacrifice. The sacrifice sometimes is way heavier than what you're being rewarded with. But you're gonna have your good days, you're gonna have your bad days, you're gonna have your sad days. But you have to find that balance, and you do have to find you in your marriage, because it's easy to get lost and caught up with another person and their needs, and you neglect who you are and what you need. But that's your own battle within. Your husband can't complete that for you. You just have to be clear with all these mofos around you. This is what I gotta do. And if that means leaving him to fend for himself and the kids to eat or whatever it is, like, you just gotta do what you gotta do. It doesn't make you a bad person. It does not. I mean, it really enhances who you are, because you coming back fuller than you left. You can't pour from an empty cup. It's no problem with going into, I gotta do me. Even if it means that you have to record your content outside your home, don't show your family as much. Like, do what you gotta do. Like, you know, even if it's going to stay the topics of this newness and now how I am, or baby, y'all see the transition. Like, I mean, whatever it is, like, that's your new content. Your content has changed. You're a different person now. You have added responsibilities, added people to love you and you to love them. And it is nothing but a blessing. So, you know, just take your time with whatever decision that you're making and make sure it's right for you. Revisit, rekindle, do what you got to do for you. And that is your own private thing. But you are a woman first. First and foremost, you are a woman before you are anything else to anybody else. So do what you need to do to take care of yourself, women. I love y'all. I hope y'all like what y'all saw today. I hope you comment. Please subscribe. I'm on the road. We are on the road. Let me say, we are definitely on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.
But he blowing her back. Think about me, cause he know that.